Hey guys, David here. Welcome to Digital Outlook. In today's video, we're going to take a look at Quant, a blockchain that some folks are calling Bitcoin 2.0. And when you watch this video, you'll know why. But before we do, if you'd hit that like and subscribe, tell your friends and family so we can get this information out to as many people as possible, that would be fantastic. So, without further ado, why don't we get to it? Okay guys, so I guess the first question we need to address is, what is Quant? Well guys, Quant in and of itself is not a blockchain. Its token, QNT, is actually an ERC20 token operating off of the Ethereum blockchain. But what Quant does is quite remarkable, and what they're attempting to achieve is an interoperability between all blockchains worldwide. So let's take a look at what this says right here. This was dated on March 16th, 2022. This is what it says. Widespread adoption of blockchain technology has been hampered by the challenge of integrating legacy systems with distributed ledger technology. So that's off-chain systems supplying it to on-chain information. With the problem of interoperability between blockchains, Quant is solving these problems with its Overledger distributed ledger technology gateway. So in essence, Quant is kind of like an oracle. And if you remember when we did that video on Chainlink and we explained that what oracles are utilizing off-chain data, bringing it on-chain. Quant is similar to that. And what they do is provide interoperability across global networks and blockchains. Quant Crypto is the native token of the project, which lives on the Ethereum blockchain. So guys, I think that's very important to understand right off, that you know that Quant in and of itself is not a blockchain, but it's an overlayer for blockchains to communicate together interoperably, and that the Quant token itself is issued off of the Ethereum blockchain. Now, how does Quant work? Well, Quant is a plug-and-play solution that connects different blockchains and enterprise software without the need for new infrastructure. Guys, this is phenomenal. We're not talking about rewriting new code. We're not talking about new computer language or anything like that. We're talking about a system that is established so that blockchains can operate in their native languages, yet be able to communicate one another information that's required on those blockchains. All right, guys, so how did Quant come into being? Well, Quant was the brainchild of a guy named Gilbert Veridian, and this is Gilbert Veridian right here. And what Gilbert actually was doing at that time, he was working in the healthcare sector, saying that right here. And back then, he identified a key role of interoperability, ensuring coverage for patients registered on diverse networks and featured across multiple data sets. And so he sees this need where all this information needs to be coordinated so that they could resolve issues and problems. And he set out with a team of other guys to resolve those set of issues and come up with a solution for that problem. And what ended up coming about from that was a concept called the Internet of Trust. Basically, so that they would go out and get this information off chain in legacy systems, bring it on chain, validate the information, and have it available and be able to supply the information with that assurance that that information was in fact validated and correct. But guys, it opened up a massive door of opportunity, because not just in healthcare, but in all fields, this kind of validation was going to be required, and there needed to be interoperability between blockchains. And that's what birthed Quant. So guys, take a look over here at the Quant network. And let's just take a look at what are they doing? Like, what are they working with? Well, guys, you will be amazed. These guys are working in the development of CBDCs. They're working in the issuance of cross-border payments and other payment gateways and platforms. They are dealing with supply chain and trade finance. And guys, they're into capital markets. This is the tokenization of everything. And they also are dealing with compliance issues and helping governments actually develop compliance protocols, and they're using their system so that these interoperable blockchains can be communicated with these compliance issues. And they're involved in the insurance industry. I want to pull out this one right here on capital markets, because capital markets, in my view, are going to be massive. Assets of all kinds, both physical and digital, are being tokenized. Issuers are gaining access to entire new pools of liquidity, while investors are diversifying their portfolios in ways they could only dream of a few years ago. Guys, we are going to see the tokenization of all asset classes, and it's going to happen within the next 5 to 10 years. Quant has already started down that road and has started to develop the means in which to do that right now. And as a market leader, they are going to have a huge market share, in my opinion. Now, guys, I want to show you something over here. Now, I told you when I was introducing this video that some folks are calling Quant Bitcoin 2.0. Now, guys, here's why. As we all know, Bitcoin has a max supply of 21 million tokens, where in fact we believe 3 to 4 million of those are lost. And so the circulating supply could be somewhere around maybe 16, 17 million, with some yet to be mined. So maybe there's a total of 18 or 19 million, somewhere in there, maybe a little less. But look at the total supply for Quant. Quant's total and maximum supply ever will be 14,612,493 tokens. And right now, guys, the circulating supply is 13,413,953. Guys, this is our second chance, in my view, at potentially picking up a token that could really see some price appreciation like Bitcoin did. Quant right now is trading at $84.59. Well, guys, that is about an 80% drop from its all-time high back on September 11th of 2021 of $427.42. So for me, guys, when I'm looking at the tokenomics of this project, and we'll get into some of the actual adoption that's going on with Quant, I'm looking at this as, even if I was to invest in this and it was just to hit its previous all-time high, a 300 to 400% return. But for me, guys, I would be looking at this 3, maybe 5 years down the road. It would be like buying Bitcoin back in 2012 at $200 or $400 and just holding on to it until it hit 2017 at 20K. Now, will that happen? Well, no one knows the future for sure. But guys, past history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. And I think that Quant could potentially hit those targets. Now, guys, I want to show you something over here. Take a look at this ecosystem. So Quant has this network where it's moving at scale without any overhead limits, because remember, it's not actually blockchain. It is a layer in which blockchains can interoperably communicate with one another. And you just take a look over here at all the various apps that are already brought into the Overledger operating system. Then you've got all the payment APIs: Google Pay, Apple Pay, Amazon Pay, Samsung Pay, Venmo, Walmart Pay, Swift, and guys, they're ISO 222 compliant. So you know that makes me happy. Look at the blockchains they're working with: XRP, Stellar, Tezos, VeChain, Ethereum, of course, EOS, Cosmos, Cardano, Bitcoin, Avalanche, Constellation. All these blockchains are able to communicate with one another through the Overledger operating system that Quant has developed. And then you have enterprise blockchains like Arcoda and Hyperledger Protocol, and of course the Ethereum virtual machine. Banking API, Citibank, JP Morgan, Deutsche Bank, Santander, Barclays, Credit Suisse, HSBC, Oracle, and then of course you got Intel, Microsoft, Samsung, all this stuff going on. This is a massive ecosystem. But guys, take a look over here. Quant is gaining global approval, being recognized and adopted as it continues to make more and more partnerships around the world. Well, let's take a look at some of these partnerships. The Quant team has been interacting with various central banks to allow the integration of Quant into their systems. They've already had communication with the Bank of England over here. They're dealing with all kinds of other banks. European financial markets integrate Quant into their network. Europe's leading payments provider network, SIA, is the backbone of European financial markets, and SIA has officially integrated Quant. Look at this. Pay UK integrated Quant. And take a look at this. 57 countries are striving to create global standards. Furthermore, Quant has laid the foundation for Overledger to be the global infrastructure for CBDCs. And get this, Quant has partnered with AU Cloud, thereby having access to work with the Australian government and its Department of Defense. But it doesn't stop there, guys. Take a look over here. Quant has been radically adopted on a global scale, and mass adoption has been long-term goal of the crypto industry ever since Bitcoin. We all know that. Well, Quant becomes the world's most adopted token, and you can read through these articles on, and you can see Quant is being highly adopted. Take a look at this one right here. U.S. government is willing to participate in the Quant network with MIT. Quant is one of the blockchain spaces that exhibit insane potential. In an interview aired today, Quant CEO revealed the scope of the project has been extended in collaboration with MIT. Guys, these guys are fully integrated. And I want you to see that little bit there about the ISO 222 right down there. The list includes Hedera Hashgraph, Quant, and Cardano that are rumored to be compliant, and you're going to see more and more Quant in my view. So guys, this is a video I have for you today on Quant. It's more of a fundamental analysis, and we will do technical analysis at another time. But guys, just from a fundamental analysis point of view, I see Quant as probably a major winner in the next bull market coming up. So guys, before you go, just take a look at this beautiful scene here. Beautiful field, great trees, just seems to go on and on. And this road over here in my neighborhood is quite a long one. And on a hot day like today, when I walk it, by the time I'm done, I am finished. So guys, as you know, I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. But if you found value in it, if you'd hit that like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. So, in the meantime, and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next one.